Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas, and then we're going to throw in the old mix is Intel, INTC, but we're also going to look at AMD. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell a stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Now, actually, this was a very, very good trade if you bought it in pre-market. It held Friday's low, very nice, and then it rallied all the way up here. Got all the way up here to 75, 73. And Friday's low there was 74.52. It held at 74.58. That was a nice long trade. I scalped the UCO. I scalped it twice, and I got I got 80 cents out of, but I'm trading 5,000 shares, okay? So it was a very, very nice trade here, and now I am in SCO. That's the crude short. The reason I'm in SCO, because we lost Friday's low at that 74.52, and this key level right here, that 74.60, you can see where that line coming right across, not good, okay? So today what we have is a low so far of 73.77. So if we take this candle here, you're looking at the closing number of 73.92. Now we're below that. So your next level here is going to be right there is going to be 72.97. And then we're going to come down here to a low of 72.58. And we'll look at the bottom at 72.20. And then your big retest down here is 71.67. Okay. So again, with all the fireworks that's going on in the Middle East and with Russia and with that, it's really going to be based on demand. Now, China came out here and they said that they're really slowing down as far as the demand goes. So that's going to be a big factor weighing on crude oil. And obviously we can see that. Now, I pointed out here, see, we had this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, left shoulders, head, and then we were building a right hand shoulder. Now, since it's all the way down here, this inverse head and shoulder pattern, that is negated. That is no longer a pattern, okay? Now we just have a series of lower low and lower high. As I say right now, I am short using the SCO, and we're going to see how that all shakes out. Now, RSI here, you got plenty of room to run here on the downside. Your MACD looks like they're going to cross over here. That is very, very bearish. Okay. So let's take a look here at the upside, real time right now. You're looking at 74.19. So you want to look at Friday's low here. Okay, so you're looking at 74.52. That is going to be your next resistance level. Then we can just start following up these candles here, okay? So what we have there is you got 75.84 level. What we have here is you got a 76.52, but your big key level here is going to be your 21-day sitting at 76.55, and we have right above that is your 8-day at 77.04. Now, this is looking ass ugly here, but again, you know, this rallied right on up here. We put that double top in. It came down, and it was holding that 21-day very, very nicely. But then, again, last week there, when it opened up here on Thursday at 6 p.m., that's why you always got to watch those futures, it opened up below the day's candle and below that 8-day and 21-day, and that's usually the first sign when you get them lower lows that this was going to happen. Now, today, it tried to rally up, but it only could get like half of the candle, and now she looks down. Came right off, I should say. Now, this is definitely looking lower. There is nothing positive about this, okay? So, again, today, this morning was a good scalping opportunity. And remember, pre-market is your friend, okay? When you see it, the price come down and it holds the previous day, in this case was Friday, and it held that, okay? That there Friday again was 74.52. When it came down, it was 74.58. That was the time to take the long, shoot it up here, and then take it off the table, okay? It came down. It has been making some pretty good trades. So again, overall, you got to scalp this market. Now I'm short, and I'll be looking for long scalps here, but we got to see how far this is going to go down. Is it going to go down to the next level, this level here, or is it going to come all the way down and retest this 71.67 here? So again, don't have no opinion, just trade this. This is a trader's market. This is not a buy and hold situation. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, natural gas, way better opportunity in the natty gas here, okay? Now, if you watched my video last night or Friday or this morning here, you notice I was pointing out right here is this 21 SMA. It needed to hold that. Well, look what happened. It held it. Then I said, what you're doing is you're going to be trading between that 21-day and the 8-day. Okay, you went up to the 8-day. It was kind of stalling out. Now she reversed and it went above that. So what we have here is we have an engulfing candle. See your high, your low, completely engulfed that red candle, which is that is very, very bullish. Okay, so if you want to learn about candlesticks or chart patterns or anything like that, just go on my playlist. It's all right there. Click on, watch it at your convenience. No charge, nothing. Okay, just always keep up to date with it. But this here is a nice, good engulfed the previous days, which was Friday's candle, and now we're looking higher. The key to this upside is going to be right here. Okay, is going to be this 100-day simple moving average, 2.26. If we can get above that, then we're going to look at this price channel right here, looking at 2.30, which is basically the top of that topping tail. Okay, that's going to be next. And then we're going to come up here to your 200-day at 2.328, and then we're going to have your 50-day at 2.37. Now, if this price could get and close above this 100-day, because you can see right here, okay, boom, up into it. Look at how many days. 4 days, it could not get and close above that 100-day. Yeah, you pop up. That don't mean dick. It's got to close above that 100-day, not just pop up. That's just for trading purposes only. That's not going to mean a whole lot, okay? So if we can get above that 100-day, that's going to be very, very key. Then we're going to head right for that topping tail. That's 2.30. And then you're going to have that 200-day. Then we're going to have that 50-day. Now, again, we get above this 50-day, then we just start looking at all these candles here. So what we do is we just take these price channels right across here, okay, bring them all the way, until we hit all the way on top here at that 3.159. Okay, so again, now this is seasonality is coming into play here. First week of September. Now, again, if you want to know about seasonality charting, just go on my playlist. They're all right there. Or you can go to equityclock.com, punch in whatever you want, and it's all right there. Natural gas, crude oil, gold, silver, whatever you want to do, it's all right there for you for no charge, okay? So downside, this is what we need to hold today, is this key 8 simple moving average, okay? 2.18, very, very critical. And right here, your 21-day, very, very critical at 2.10. If that's lost here, we just follow the candles all the way on down till we hit down, to your retest at 1.88. But right now, we're sitting here with a nice engulfing candle. This looks very, very bullish, okay? So just watch that 8-day on the downside. Going to be very, very key. If that's lost, watch that 21-day. On the upside, right there is that 100-day. Okay, you get above that, then we're going to come right to the top of that candle, that 2.30, and then we have your old 200-day right above that. This here looking good. See this positive divergence? As that was going down, this played out very, very nicely. Really nice run. Now let's see if we can get a bigger run here, okay? Because this RSI has a lot of raw room to go. You're only sitting at 52. This could rally up big time. Look at that, all the way over 70 mark here. Now, your MACD looking very, very good. You're green over your red. But you're way at the bottom here. You're not sitting here at the top. You're sitting way at the bottom. So once we get that cross and you get above that 8-day, we're going to be looking very good. Now, you do have a bullish cross with your 8 over your 21-day. So this is looking very, very positive. We got to see how it all going to shake out. Okay, let's take a look here at Intel, INTC. Okay, here we have Intel. We had a post in the chat. They wanted to bring up, take a look at old Intel. So we're going to take a look at it, okay? Now, I'm going to show you Intel today, and I'm going to show you AMD today. Now, these are the old chip players that were very good. Realistically, if you really want a lot better trade than both of these, is get yourself into NVIDIA. NVIDIA is, remember, their earnings are coming out on the 28th. NVIDIA is ripping. I told you to buy that down at that gap fill at $96. You're sitting at almost 127 now, okay? So if you're not in it, you have no one to blame but yourself. Okay, so let's take a look here at the old Intel. Now, you can see there where this fell, right off a cliff over here. Okay, so now this is a big, huge gap that's left in the chart. Okay, so what we want to do is today's high we got so far as 2186. What you're looking at is the top of this candle right here, 2198. Okay, so right there, 2186, 2198. That's your resistance level. You see how that works? Very, very easy, okay? But this is also not only your resistance, but that's your gap, okay? So you're looking at 2198, that's your gap, and then you're looking all the way down here, okay? Look at the low of that, 2898 or 89, okay? There's your fill, 2889, there's your fill. Right here's your gap. But There's a lot of resistance here in between. First of all, what you have to do is you got to hit this 21-day, okay, 24.97, and then we can hit that fill right there at 28.89, and then we have your old 50-day here sitting at 29.06. So this actually does have potential, okay, here. Once we start breaking up on above this 21.98, then we have nothing but pretty much air until we hit this 21-day, and then we come there to the gap fill, then the 50-day. So this overall isn't looking too bad, okay? So when we look at the weekly chart, this is the same thing here, okay? So you're looking at 26.78 level. So you're going to see all these here as before we hit that gap fill. So your first upside big target, if we can break that 21.98, is going to be right here at 24.97. Then you're going to be looking for this 26.78 level here. And then we're going to look for that gap fill right there at the 28.89. And then if we roll above here, you got your 50-day, you can move right on up here. Again, the whole key to all of this is right there is that 21.98. If you can't get above that, then this just goes sideways to down. So let's look at the downside. Well, you want to watch this 8 SMA, which is curling up very, very nicely here, okay? So this could become a really nice, good trade. Okay, so when I say I'd rather be in NVIDIA or something on that order, I rather would be, but if you are trading this, this has some good potential here to get a good giddy up here to go a lot higher. So on the downside, just watch this 2035, okay? That is going to be very, very key. That is your 8 SMA. Now you can see here, once that price gets above it, look how nice that it's holding it, okay? Now it's starting to round, get a nice round bottom. The key is you just have to push up, and you got to get above that 21.98. Then we're like in a no man's zone until we hit all the way up here at that 21 simple moving average. Now, if this starts moving up slowly, this 21-day is going to start coming down. So just watch it, whatever price it is. So right now it's 24.98, but eventually it could come down here, you know, 24.50, 24 level. Depends how long it takes for this thing to get off its schneid kind of a situation. Now, you can see here way, way oversold conditions. And now she's trying to round up. There's no divergence here or anything. It's just that you can just see the oversold conditions the same way with here. Now your MACD, you can see where it's starting to roll up here, the green across the red. This could take it very, very nice, much higher. So here's what you want to do. Two things. Downside, watch that 2036, very, very key level. If that's lost, you're going to go right down here to your 1884. That's going to be your target. Upside, just watch that 21.98. If you can get above that, then look for that 21-day, whatever it is, that's going to be your next target. And then look for this 8-day on your weekly, that's going to be your next target. And then we're going to have that gap fill right there, okay, at the bottom of that candle at 28.89, okay? So this could possibly be a very, very good trade unless it just goes sideways to kind of, you know, to down action, okay? All right, let's take a look here at AMD. Okay, now here we have AMD. You can see where she fell off a little bit here, and then we still have a gap that goes way on here. So, okay, so at this, you are trading this, and it does roll. Always watch this gap, because once we get through all this resistance level, this will be your target, okay? So you want to watch right there, the top of that candle, 169.80, and then look right to the bottom there at 174.53. Your gap and your fill, that will be your targets. But right now, this is going to be your target, is going to be your 50-day at 154.79. Right above that, you got 156.52. And then right above that is we have 158.32. So you have a lot of resistance. Now, if NVIDIA comes out with really good numbers and blowout numbers, that will push AMD and Intel higher, because it looks like they're all moving a sector kind of a situation, okay? So on the upside, just watch that 50-day, very, very key. Watch that 200-day, very key. Watch that 100-day, very key. Above that, what you're going to be doing is, yes, do we have a target right here? Absolutely, 163.41, but you're going to be looking for that gap at that 169.80, and you're going to be looking for this fill here at 174.53, okay? But we have to get through all this resistance. Now, you look at this 8-day, you crossed over 21-day, very, very bullish. See how it is when that 8-day, the price is below that 8-day. See, it just forces it down. Once it's above, it just keeps right on rising up nicely. Now, RSI, plenty of room to run on up here. MACD, oh, look at that green over your red. Very, very nice. This looks like a very, very good trade. The problem is you got all this resistance sitting right here. Now, when you look at the weekly chart, it's pretty much the same thing. What you really need to hold here, key level, is going to be this 149.22. That's your 50 SMA. And then you're pushing right now into that 150, 156 level, and you're going to be pushing right here to that 157.21 level. So all this resistance here is lining up very, very nice with all the resistance there. So you'd have to see what is the reaction when it gets there. Okay, is it going to blow through, or it's going to come right on down? Now, on the downside, really just watch that right there, 149.22. That's going to be very, very key. And then if that's lost, you can come down here to this 8-day 142.16, and then we'll have your 140.55. But let's see what the reaction is when it hits that 50-day, that 200-day, and possibly the 100-day, if it's going to roll back down or is going to break through. Now, what we had today is so far as you had that high of 154.08. So you got to look right to the left of the chart here. Okay, 153.60. Okay, so this could be a possible double top situation here. So always pay attention. That's why I say if you want to learn about chart patterns, go on my playlist. You can see the chart patterns. You always want to look for double tops, double bottoms. You know, I mean, anything that'll give you an edge in the old trading. Okay, so right now, watch the top of that candle. Very, very key, that 153.60, and then that 50-day, that 200-day, and that 100 simple moving averages. On the downside, just watch that 50. That's going to be very, very key. If that sells down, you could probably maybe even hit that 8-day and that 21-day. But on the 28th, when NVIDIA has good numbers, it could drive this much, much higher, the same way with Intel. Okay, that's what I got for you, and I'll be back here after the old pit close, and we'll take a look here at the old crude and natty gas. And remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.